We already have an update on Lamb, which is good news. We've got Lamb doing good, had a good day on Friday. Very strong indication. I know it's early, but strong indication that he will be further along in the protocol than the average player walking into the next week after their concussion. He's got so many days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then the normal amount of time a wide receiver or running back or quarterback or any position for that matter has to go through the concussion protocol. Feeling very 65-75% chance of Lamb playing week number 15, but I can't promise that. Of course, a setback. He might not get through one of the phases of the protocol as quickly as we think he could speed through one or two, but not quite past one phase. So you have to understand we're very much at the mercy of stuff we can't control. So good news for Lamb right now. We've got Odunze news. Obviously, we broke on the previous show, but we'll also talk about that, lead with that, since that was a piece of news that unraveled as we were live. But Odunze, fracture in his foot, probably missing the entire fantasy football season. Could he be back for the playoffs? Yes, of course, for the NFL playoffs. Could he be back for the last week, maybe the last 2 weeks of fantasy? Possible, but very likely he misses the entirety of the fantasy football playoffs. This is a 3 to 6 week injury, and much to be determined on that. But expect to be without our boy Odunze for the moment. And next year we'll see what's up with Odunze. I don't know where we can rank him without knowing, how he's able to finish in the playoffs and kind of get his place in this offense with Caleb just spinning around and rotating through the options. I just don't know if there's a clear-cut place for Odunze in this offense. Like, I almost wish Odunze could get traded. If Odunze could get traded to New England, that's going to be something you're going to hear me talk about a lot in the offseason. Odunze's getting wasted. It's not even Ben Johnson's guy. Luther Burden's Ben Johnson's guy. It's nice to have a lot of weapons, but if you can improve offensive line play, defensive line play, cornerback play, anything, even if it's beefing up a position we're not even thinking about right now that this Chicago Bears team needs, or draft capital where Ben Johnson can use players that down the stretch might need that he doesn't need now. Odunze's wasted. Odunze to New England would be unreal. Odunze would be a top 10 wide receiver in New England. So you'll hear me talk a lot about that in the offseason. I hope we can help bring it to fruition by speaking on it. We got a lot of news to go over. Hampton, London, JD5. We've covered a lot of it on the other live stream. We're going to do it all quickly in rapid fashion. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
So, Ceedee Lamb had a good day. This is great news. Hopefully, he plays Week 15. Probably a 65-70% chance. It's my guesswork, my educated guesswork on whether he plays Week 15, but we'll have more information on that. Don't get too excited. Don't get too pessimistic on Lamb. We're at the mercy of the news. Hampton, ankle practice fully on Friday. I'm thinking 65% usage here. We'll see. You've got other options. We can definitely comb through your options and see what's what. But Hampton's a very nice play. Is he a lock? No. Talked about Odunze needs rest after playing through a stress fracture in the foot week to week. But consider him out until further notice. Consider him out until the NFL playoffs. Maybe you get him back for 1 or 2 weeks potentially, but are you going to play him? No. So he's out for the rest of the playoffs. Even if he comes back, he's not going to help you. You can't trust him coming into a week 16, 17. So he's done for the fantasy season. Maybe we see enough of him in the NFL playoffs that we can get excited about 2026. But again, I hope that the team just trades him. Luther Burden goes up in value now that we have an opening in that offense for targets, and Luther Burden very much supposed to be expected to be Ben Johnson's St. Brown. He drafted Luther Burden for a reason. He's definitely going to be on the rise And I think that will open the door to a potential trade opportunity for the Bears and Ben Johnson when they look to make moves this offseason. And I hope that Odunze gets set free, goes to New England. Drake May to Odunze would be unbelievable. That's exactly what the New England Patriots need. I really hope we can speak this into existence. It hasn't been mentioned anywhere. We haven't heard whispers of it anywhere. This is the first place you'll hear about it. But this is my thinking. This is my architecture. I want Odunze in New England. That is where he can thrive. He is a wide receiver one. He's trapped. He's in a horrible spot. He's in a place where they just divvy the ball around, and Caleb doesn't even know that Odunze exists. It will be the most magical landing spot for Odunze. Let's hope it happens. Josh Jacobs' knee not on the Green Bay's final injury report. That's fantastic news for any Jacobs owners. Fire him up. JD5 is a go. Understandably, there's some concern of whether this tough Vikings matchup, a lot of blitzing, is going to be the game to put him out there in your lineup. I get you might have already started Dak and you can't play him. Or maybe you've got Burrow in cold weather and you're worried about that. We'll go through all those case by case. In general, JD5 feels like a top 6 to 10 play at QB. I do believe that, Burrow is probably a safer option, but if we get wind indications, that scare us walking into week 14, then we'll definitely make sure we accommodate that with all of your roster questions and make sure we back out of Burrow calls or push in all chips in for Burrow and the Bengals, depending on the weather. Weather right now, it does not seem to be windy to the degree we'd be worried or concerned. Cold weather doesn't concern me with Burrow and the boys. Snow, light snow, rain, none of that really worries me. It's all about wind. It's all about wind. You're talking about 30, 40 mile an hour winds on the field, then of course that could affect the entire passing attack. But a lot of times with snow predictions and cold weather, you watch the game, it looks like nothing's even going on at all. And you're like, why were we worried about weather in this game? So we got to be very, very careful with how overreactive we get with certain weather reports, and we got to look at that probably Saturday evening more than even right now. Drake London knee will not play week number 14. That's a big disappointment. Kyron Williams not even on the injury report. This is a monster that people cannot seem to grasp or understand his role. They think he's going downhill. They think the recent comments are projecting him to get less work when it's not the case. The recent comments made by his offensive coordinator about keeping him fresh for the playoffs are an explanation as to why he's getting you 90 and a touchdown and 75 and 2 touchdowns, 70 and a touchdown. The explanation why it's not 125 and a score or 110 and 2 touchdowns. The explanation is that keeping him fresh for the playoffs, but all of that's already accounted for, and he's delivering number 9 running back numbers for you. So the complainers are just wild to me. Wild.
He's Kyron. He's 7 feet tall, and he knows how to handle.
And someone go watch that video, by the way. It's on my Dynasty channel. The Dynasty channel is in the links in the. Actually, I don't know if the link's correct in the description of this video. The link to the Dynasty channel, I can pin it in the live chat right now. I'll fix it in the description of the video in a few minutes here. But the Dynasty channel link is right here, and I'll pin it. We have Gibbs is the number 1 overall player in Dynasty. Go watch that on the Dynasty channel after this video. Let me pin that right there. Boom. Link is pinned. Kyron, somebody had said, Smitty, that Kyron song, they said this in the comments and in a live stream too. Same person, I believe. Kyron, that song is lame. They don't. So again, I'm sorry this song offends you, but we're gonna play it.
He's Kyron. He's 7 feet tall, and he knows how to handle a ball. He's Kyron. He can take frowns and turn them upside down with his touchdowns.
And I'm actually not sorry that it offends you, to be honest. Evans is not going to play. That's, good and bad news. Good for Odunze to get more work, but I do believe that when he's back, it's actually going to be good for everybody at hand. Lamb is in the concussion protocol, but I've got an update that trumps that update. Kyler Murray played his last snap for the Cardinals. Not expected to return this season, according to Coach Jonathan Gannon, who is needing to be fired. I don't think either one of them returns, to be honest with you. Marvin Harrison Jr. just isn't a dog. Maybe he can prove it next year. Hopefully, some things change. Marvin Harrison Jr. might just need another year before he can prove he's a dog, but right now he's not a dog. Right now he's letting a little heel injury get the best of him. Appendectomy. Can he stay on the field? I mean, clearly he can't. So his time to shine is right now. Brissett's out there throwing 40-plus times a game, and he's sitting on the sidelines continuously. T. Higgins concussion protocol cleared. Week 14, fire up T and the boys. T, Chase Brown, Joe Burrow, the Bengal boys, the quad pod. Put them in your lineup unless the weather tells us later to consider other options. Trey Benson, will he return? Yes, but probably not in the cards anytime soon. What's that even mean? Don't count on Trey Benson. Kyron you can count on. Kyron's always someone you can count on. And let the worried Williams have their worried moments. Odunze, we already talked about. Odunze is out for probably the entirety of the fantasy football playoffs. Greg Dortch is also out week number 14. Lamar Jackson will play week 14. Playing injured, yes, but I still start him unless I've got very good options. Like even Brissett, tough matchup, only got Wilson. Dortch is down, MHJ's down. I'm starting Lamar. Kamara out. Neal's a decent play. That's all the news we have. The focal points. Oh, and Hampton, obviously, Hampton's a go. We talked about that. The focal point of tonight's show, even though we recapped a lot of the news that we broke on the previous show earlier today, Hampton and Lamb. Lamb update, good day on Friday. Great news for his progression in the protocol. We'll know more tomorrow, the next day, more likely Monday than anything. But there's a really good chance that he's got so much time because it was a Thursday game when he got concussed that he can get through this protocol. We will see, though. But right now, leaning 65-75% chance that he plays week 15 without much evidence, really, of anything but that he's got a lot of time and he's progressed pretty well. Lego Batman with a $20 hauler says, need a healthy Hampton. Have a great Friday, fellas. Thank you, Lego. Appreciate you dropping that 20 watt right on screen in the middle of the news show. You're a monster, Lego. Lego to the mother freaking moon. That is all the news. Let's hammer down these super chats real quickly. Maybe open up some phone lines and have some good discussion here. We've got Chris with a $5. Hey, Smitty, who would you play this week? Godwin, Jacoby Myers, or Alec Pierce? I think I would go Alec Pierce personally, but this is like a 33.3333% question. No good answer, no secure concrete answer, nothing set in stone. I'm even wavering as I'm answering it right now. I think Godwin's a decent play. Jacoby's been pretty good. I mean, you got to consider Jacoby, but I think I go Alec Pierce if it's me. I think this is definitely going to be a game where the Colts need to score, right? They need to throw that deep ball. They need to get, if they're down in this game, get back into it. If they're not down and it's close, they're still going to throw to Pierce. Pierce is such a solid player, playing for money, playing for that new contract. London out, start Hampton or ETN in the flex. I probably go Hampton, but this is a real tough call. Hampton could be splitting work, could be getting 50, 60% of the work. ETN could also be getting 50 or 60% of the work. I think I lean toward Hampton. However, we pull up the matchups, look at who's home and who's away. You can see there on Monday night that Hampton's at home against the Eagles. And then ETN is a tough sit. He's a tough play and a tough sit. I really think Tootin potentially is coming for a lot of work in this contest. So, man, this is a tough one. I'd probably lean, you know what? Give me, with this tough matchup for Hampton, the Philadelphia Eagle defense, it's a nice matchup again at home, though, and it's a spotlight game on Monday. Chat, can we get a vote? I might lean ETN at the last second, but chat, get a vote. 10 votes minimum. ETN at home versus the Colts, or the Chargers at home versus the Eagles. Are you going Hampton or are you going ETN? I do think ETN is still a good play. I just don't know. It's a tough call. Those are two very, very close calls. Vote, guys, on, I think because Hampton's not fully back yet and we don't know what his workload could be, and he could be dialed back in the middle of the game. He could be fed more. Hard to say. We got 2 Hampton votes, 1 ETN vote, a second ETN vote, a third ETN vote, another ETN vote. Can't sit ETN. ETN's just running away with it now when he was down at the beginning of the vote. Now Hampton's back in the mix. Hampton gets 2 votes. ETN. Looks like ETN by a hair. It looks like ETN's catching up again now. ETN's now pulling away. ETN maybe 70% ETN. The votes might still trickle in. I could see Hampton climbing back up and dropping. Drop 1 to pick up Burden. Tootin, Juwan Jennings, Michael Wilson, Jaden Higgins, or Browns D. Probably Jaden Higgins if I had to. I'm not, or Juwan Jennings, but I think Jennings still has some decent upside. I could go either way. Jennings or Higgins, drop one of those guys. Definitely pick up Burden. I think Burden is a nice pickup. Smitty to Saturn. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you for dropping the super chat earlier today and that one right there. Defense, Seattle versus Atlanta or Cleveland versus the Titans. They're both good plays. Seattle's playing unreal. Cleveland's very opportunistic. The Titans are a good play as well. I'd probably say give me Seattle with London out, the focus on Bijan, trying to make this passing attack make mistakes. I very much believe in Seattle. They're such a good defense. They're such a good team. Cleveland's good, but Cleveland also is susceptible, and their offense has to step up, and they've got to reciprocate and get good field position. And sometimes you might think, oh, Cleveland D's good, they're going to do well here, and then the offense doesn't play nice and help this defense out. The defense gets tired. The defense doesn't make as many opportunistic plays as you would guess. Both are good plays. I'm going to lean towards Seattle. I think it's just a smarter play. Rank to start week 14, JD5, Brissett, or Love. I go JD5, Brissett. Brissett's got such a tough matchup, though. And with 2 wide receivers down, I don't think I can put him. As good as he's been playing, I think he has been kind of getting figured out little by little, a little more each week. Not saying he's getting figured out to the point where he can't do well, but I just think that he's not going to be as electric as he's been. He'll kind of slow down. Chicago defense is pretty good. This is in Green Bay, though. I think it could be both defenses play well, and it's a low-scoring game. I'd probably say JD5, Love, then Brissett in that order. But I just think that, while I do think the Chicago defense is good at times, they still give up a lot and can give up a lot. So I'm going to go Love as the second option. But JD5 for me. Thank you, B-Man. Appreciate you dropping that super chat. BTJ, Worthy, or Keenan Allen this week. Worthy for me, unless there's some sort of injury holding him back walking into the game. Definitely feel like I'd rather bank on Worthy with those very questionable players. Both of them, all of them are questionable. So give me the player that's playing with fantastic quarterback in Mahomes, ranked 1 or 2 overall in fantasy football scoring. B-Man, appreciate you dropping the doubles back to back. Almost 500 people in the building. Guys, I can't urge you enough. There are 2 channels that you need to follow. The Dynasty channel, which is linked in the live chat. I dropped the link again right there. And then, of course, the Rumble channel, which we're going to have Rumble exclusive content on Rumble. Hit that link right there. Follow both the channels. The Dynasty channel, which is pinned in the live chat. I just dropped it. And then the Rumble channel, which I just dropped in the live chat. Follow both of them. We're actually live over on Rumble right now. New Age Outlaw's been dropping gifted memberships over on Rumble. They're different gifted memberships because it's a different platform, obviously. And New Age Outlaw's been dropping gifted memberships over there. So if you're not streaming that, you might not get one of New Age Outlaw's gifted memberships because he's been doing that. We got about 10 or 15 people in and out of the Rumble live stream. I'm not going to usually simultaneously stream both the show to both of them. I will do on big breaking news shows. This is not a big breaking news show, but I'm trying to get the Rumble awareness up. And so we're just streaming, getting some content up. But Rumble will be popping. I can tell you that right now. It's going to be popping. We'll have a standalone Rumble phone call show that is just on Rumble. We won't play it on YouTube at all, so you have to be subscribed. It won't take away from any of the YouTube shows. YouTube is still live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're live here on YouTube. I'm live whenever news breaks here on YouTube. I'm live at midnight Eastern here on YouTube. I'm here before games, after games on YouTube. YouTube is the bread and butter. Nothing's changing. But Rumble's an addition, not a subtraction. The Dynasty channel is an addition, not a subtraction. But you do need to be subscribed to both of them. I got Caps over on Rumble, Sebastian over on Rumble, Simi Valley over on Rumble. And again, don't Don't not pull up the stream on Rumble. Stream both of them because you might miss out on a gifted membership over on Rumble. I'm just saying there are people dropping them, and you don't want to miss it. Phone lines will be open in a second. Let's hit these super chats real quickly. I got two more. This one from 1993. Have Hampton, Dowdle, CMC, JT, Vidal, Chuba drop one. Probably have to drop. Damn, bro. You got Hampton and Vidal. You got Dowdle and Chuba. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably drop Vidal because Hampton's coming back and there's no way. Like, Vidal's been shaky anyway. Great game, bad game, great game. Caps, appreciate you. XP game, appreciate you in the building. This is, I can't see Vidal doing well if Hampton's healthy and playing well. I think Vidal is a great cuff. I think Chuba could potentially play well without, Dowdle getting hurt. But Dowdle is on a bye right now. Dowdle is going to come back and be the starter per his coach. There's no changeover happening. So I'm going to lean toward cuffing Chuba, though, and just having that situation secured. But that's a tough call, bro. I mean, either way you go, you might be risking, if an injury happens at that player that you're cutting goes crazy. Like, that's just the nature of it, but we can't predict those injuries. Start, sit, Burrow, JD5, Knicks, Flex, McLaurin, or T. Higgins. I'm going T. Higgins, but I love both of them. I'm going Burrow. In order, I'm going Burrow, JD5, Knicks, I think. And if weather gets bad, then JD5, but that's the way I'm going to roll right now. And then we got Wolf coming in with a super chat. My boy says RJ Burden or Christian Watson. I'm going RJ Harvey. I like Burden, though. Burden's sneaky. I like him as a sneaky wide receiver 3, 4, 5. If you play two wide receivers and two flexes, Burden could easily be your second flex. If you're starting only 3 wide receivers, he is kind of a riskier play, I think, in fantasy. But I love Burden. Burden should be grabbed in all leagues. We've talked about Burden a lot in the offseason. Start 2, Pittman, Dobbs, Moore, or Franklin. I'm going to go probably Pittman and DJ Moore. Yep. And Dobbs. I think you mean the receiver, Dobbs. Sharbs or Neal. I'm going to go Sharbs personally. Sharbs for upside, Neal for safety. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I would personally lean Sharbs. But that's me. I mean, Neal's solid, but I just think Neal's like getting you 7 or 8 points, 10 points maybe. I think Sharbs could get you 3, but he could get you 18. So I'd go Sharbs. Thank you, my Rumblers over there. We have 15 people streaming on Rumble right now, which is awesome. We've got 400. We have 250 to 400 in and out of the YouTube stream. So appreciate every single. Now we got 400 on YouTube. So 400 of you on YouTube. Let's open the phone lines here after this right here from Sunbeams. Burrow with JD5. Is Nick safe to drop? I don't know that I would say he's safe to drop. We had this question earlier. It depends on who you're dropping him to. If one of your opponents is struggling at QB and you hand them Bo Nix, a top 9 quarterback, that could be dangerous. But yes, I would say in general, that is not a bad drop for your team. But you have to be very, very careful not to leave Nix or any quarterback there for your opponent. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
All right. Yeah, so make sure you guys are subscribed on Rumble. You're going to miss out on a non-YouTube show that we'll do over there. So, anybody's negative to Rumble, they're politically saying that. They're against Rumble because it leans more conservative with some of their programming, and this channel's not political. So it's wild to me that people are like, I'm not going to go to Rumble. That's disgusting. I can't believe you go to Rumble. Like, that's getting political. Like, why does everybody make things so political? Why is everybody so political when it comes to something that has nothing to do with this has nothing to do with politics. But Rumble is a competitor of YouTube that, of course YouTube is better. YouTube is amazing. YouTube is the best in the business. We're not going anywhere. YouTube is our bread and butter. But we're going to dominate Rumble, and Rumble is going to be awesome. And Rumble's a great platform. It's fantastic. So we'll be over there as well, and we're going to dominate Rumble. Phone line is open. I don't think I had it open yet. The line has just been opened right now. I apologize. There it is. It's open now. So dial in if you guys got anything. I apologize. I think I had it closed. Probably playing is slow with Garrett since the re-injury. Pickens. You don't like Pickens, bro. Why? Pickens is a beast. Pickens is the man. Hosseini, you're live.
What's up, Smitty?
What's up, pal?
I don't really have a question. I just wanted to rant for a second, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So I had Pickens starting, which, I mean, he had 8.7 points. Not great, but not terrible, I guess. But my opponent had Brendan Aubrey, and he scored 24 points. So that kind of screwed me over. And so now I'm projected for 36 points, 36%. And he's got like 64, but I don't know. He's got Herbert, Jacobs, ETN, Justin Jefferson, Keenan Allen, McBride, and Michael Wilson. So I don't know. And he's got the Broncos defense. I think like I'm going to need a miracle from like Rice or Judkins or Chase Brown. I don't know, maybe Burrow or R.J. Harvey. I have R.J. Harvey and Tyler Warren. So
you got the right team for it. They got, one of those guys who swings big and hits, then you're back to even, and then it's your guys versus his guys. Don't overthink it, bro. When people have players that play early or if you have players that play early, and hold on, let me just mute yourself. I'll be right with you. Whenever that happens, you just gotta just relax, let it all play out. Like Pickens, like you said, Pickens didn't do great. He didn't do like zero, but all you need is somebody to step. Like if Pickens had a touchdown, you'd have been fine, right? You'd have liked it.
Yeah.
So that's 6 points. So all someone has to do is make up 6 points somewhere else. Like think about that. Like someone's just got to grab 2 touchdowns instead of 1, and it's like you're back to square one. It just seems like doom and gloom right now. But it was an uphill battle for you anyway. You've done an amazing job with your team. So I think Burrow and the boys. It's gonna live and die by Burrow and the boys in the weather and that tough matchup. And if they come to play, then you're set. If they don't come to play, then you're done. But
yeah, that's gonna be a fun game to watch. It's gonna be interesting. But my other league, I have Lamb and Rice, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm 9-4 in that one. It's not for as much money as this other one. That's why I'm care about this other one more. But I'm still doing good in that one, so at least I have that to look forward to.
Yeah. Right.
All right, Smitty. Thanks.
Rice should have a big day. We got to create.
I think so too.
Rice video. We got to create a Rice video. By the way, the Gunner Player of the Week was Jahmyr Gibbs, and he absolutely hammered. And so that was good. I kind of want to make Rice the co-Gunner Player of the Week. The Gunner Player of the Week.
The Gunner
Gibbs.
Player of the Week.
Gibbs. Husseini, you need us to put Rice on this board as well?
Yeah, last week we put him on there, and I was a super chat that I like Rice, and then luckily it came through big. This week, I think if the Texans play zone, Rice will destroy. But if they play man, it'll be a little bit more tough.
All right, let's
all in all, I think he's going to do good.
Let's put him on here. We already had a successful land of the Gunner Player of the Week here with Gibbs, so we'll put Rice over in this corner. All right, Husseini. We'll see you later, pal. Call if you have another one.
Thanks, Ray. See ya.
Later. All right, next caller is Johnny. Johnny, you're live.
Hey, Smitty, I'm feeling sharp tonight, pal.
Attaboy.
My brain is working. So I was going through my notes that I took from your show last year, and one of the notes that I had put down was stay away from Shane Waldron because of how you talked about him being a bad OC. And I'm wondering, do you think that's BTJ's not a bust, is he? I think it's his OC.
Well, yeah. So the part of why we weren't too concerned about that, which clearly there are reasons why, in retrospect, maybe he did have more pull, but it was a lot of, okay, Liam Cohen's designing the hell out of all this. You know what I mean? So it's like Waldron's old his iPad, but clearly there's a lot going on here, and it's tough. It's tough to put a pencil on or put a thumb on what's going on and pencil it out. I think, the fact that Liam Cohen's still getting a lot out of his running attack makes me feel like it's a little bit more of a T-Law problem than it is, anything else. But it's probably a T-Law problem mixed with a little bit of everything. But BTJ is certainly a disappointment, bro. Absolute, utter disappointment. I mean, you watch him play, and a lot of it is his fault. He's dogging it, doesn't try, doesn't have any heart, keeps getting banged up, can't stay healthy. He's trash. I'm not saying there's like a rebound for him or whatever, but I mean, this is one of the biggest busts in the last decade in fantasy football. Number 7, 8, 9 overall pick, playing like trash. He's not even out for the year. And we probably score more points in fantasy football, period, if he was out for the year, because you put somebody else in his place that would probably outscore him. So just having DJ playing is making you score less points because you're obligated to play him. You feel that way, right? You're putting him out there. He's scoring nothing. Like, he'd be better off. Right. I'm not wishing injury upon him, but your team would be better off if he was injured. Like, it's crazy.
Damn. Yeah, that is pretty nuts.
It is what it is.
Let's hope he bounces back next year, man.
I mean, I don't think, unless he was cellar dweller, dirt cheap free, good luck. I'm not getting in that boat again. I can't. I mean, I don't want anything to do with him. Hold on, let me merge this call. Hold on. Mute yourself real quickly. Be right with you. I'm not getting in that boat. We'll see where his ADP is. We'll see how he looks. Maybe there's explainable things. Maybe he gets an elite quarterback in a trade, but who the hell is going to go? I mean, what quarterbacks can even get moved? We got Deshaun Watson. We got Shedeur. We've got AR5. We've got Flacco. We've got, what are we doing? Like, there's nothing, rookies. Yeah, well, we'll see how that works out, for a team that can't really draft one. We'll have to see if they move up, like what goes on there. Kyler Murray, who's available? There's no elite quarterbacks even available right now. And
well, maybe they just moved him.
Move who? BTJ?
BTJ, yeah.
I mean, if you went to New England, then I'd get excited probably. But it's hard to move a player like that when they haven't produced enough to warrant interest that is an attractive. Okay, we'll take that for BTJ. His contract, everything, these teams tend to hang on to players like that versus trade them, especially if someone's not going to overpay. If someone overpays, it's a whole different ballgame.
Well, right on, buddy. I'll call back if I get something else.
All right. I didn't mean to be a negative on your BTJ shares.
No, it's okay. I don't have BTJ.
All right.
I was just thinking about him.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Later. I don't know. We'll address that in the offseason when there's some sort of moving part somewhere that we're not anticipating or accounting for. Like, if BTJ gets traded, then all of a sudden if BTJ gets a QB, which is hard to imagine, they don't, how are they going to do that? Who's going to go over there? What quarterback is going to be available? I mean, Watson would be intriguing. I'm not going to lie. I'm also very, pessimistic on Watson. But, would I like to see a change in Shedeur would make the most sense because you've got Hunter and Shedeur playing together. Again, I think that would be intriguing. You do wonder and you think about, okay, what if that entailed BTJ getting traded? What if BT, but then I don't like that necessarily because who the hell's throwing to BTJ? So, but let's just send BTJ over there to do whatever BTJ wants to do. Like, we're not counting on BTJ anyway, but send Shedeur over to Cleveland so that we can revive Hunter and get Hunter the football the way Hunter's used to getting the football. Shedeur and Hunter would click like that from the jump. But BTJ in New England would be nice. BTJ, I don't know.
Motion detected at the
hard to say. All right, who's this? Rock out?
Yeah, it is rock out.
What's up, my guy?
We playing your boy Marks or we playing your boy Burden?
Marks would be safer. Burden would be. Burden's definitely higher risk, higher reward. I think Burden could have a day.
Right.
I don't know that Marks could have a day. It's certainly possible, but he keeps getting banged up, and like the production's not that great. It's not his fault necessarily. I get
the volume, but he doesn't get the production.
Yeah. I trust your gut, bro. Chat, vote. You're gonna get a lot of. I don't know. You're gonna get a lot of Burden picks because people need him. They're picking him. They're starting him, and then they're going to be optimistic about it. So you could ask Burden versus like T. Higgins right now. People are like Burden because everybody's playing him, and they're willing it to happen. But chat, vote Burden or Woody. Got a lot of Woody owners too, though. But vote in the chat.
Actually, had Burden for like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, Burden or Woody, vote, guys. 10 votes at least in the chat, please. I really like Burden this week. I think Burden. The only thing for Burden is that he does have the ability to go out and give you a stinker, bro. There could be a 1 or 2 point game, 0 points, no catches, or it could be 18 points. I think Woody's probably 7 to 12. 7 to 12 points. Burden's 2 to 18. Big wide range. We got Burden, Woody, Woodmaster, Woodman. Burden,
pretty down the middle.
Burden, Woody, Burden. You know, yeah. I mean, there's a chance that like it's just all DJ Moore. You know, it could be a chance. There could be a chance that it's like Caleb struggles majorly in the game, and he has 125 yards and no touchdowns, and then what can Burden do? But I do love Burden. I think Burden, they might have some end arounds, some jet sweeps. You know, he could catch a pass behind the line of scrimmage and take it into the end zone, and that could be where the touchdown comes for Caleb. Caleb probably has 1 touchdown like he usually does. Like one. Mute yourself real quickly, my guy, and then I'll get you in here, but please hit mute. So Burden's definitely a high risk play. What else you got, Rock Out?
Yeah, you playing Watson over Debo? I think so.
Probably safer.
I mean,
I like Debo though. I still like Debo. I think JD5 getting, like everyone keeps saying, when McLaurin's on the field, Debo doesn't do well. Well, when JD5's on the field, Debo does well. So I don't know.
True.
You know what I mean? Like why are we judging McLaurin versus Debo? We should be judging the quarterback in Debo. So I think Debo's a little safer than people are making it out to be this week. But I do think both of them are good plays. Watson just feels a little safer right now. He's pretty good. Watson's really, like, I like seeing Watson do what he's doing right now. He's really looking solid. All right, Rock Out. Call back if you got another one, bro.
All right, cool.
Later. So that guy hung up. All righty. Thank you for those. Let me get these super chats out of the way here. Vele or 80 Mitchell. Probably go 80 Mitchell. Those are close. I mean, anything can happen, but I go 80 Mitchell. Star Burrow or Stafford. Give 2 answers for weather. Well, I mean, Stafford's safer no matter what. I think Burrow, if the weather was amazing, I could swing in the direction of Burrow real quickly. So I guess that would be my answer. But if weather seems to be a problem at all, even a little bit, then I think it's just safer to go Stafford. He's been balling all year. Most overrated players that are a must start still. JJ comes to mind as the biggest one, bro. JJ, you're kind of doing that with ETN. In some cases, Metcalf. MHJ, when he's out there, you kind of are doing that with him. Sutton, but I think Sutton's going to earn it. I have Jaden Reed stashed in my IR. Should I drop Odunze and pick up Burden? I probably would. assuming it's redraft. Mechie or Vele. I'm picking up Burden. Definitely. And yeah, I mean, you can't count on Odunze at all. So, Dylan, appreciate you. First round or of playoffs, flex play. This is your first round. Why would you play? I don't understand that. Flex play. Lost Odunze. Start Hampton. Did you lose Odunze? Because I don't know he's doing anything anyway. Start Hampton, Jalen Warren, Pierce, Burden. You probably just made your job easier. Waiting on Mike Evans' return. Hampton, then Pierce. Hampton, high risk, high reward play. Pierce is your steady Eddie play. I play Pierce over Burden, but I think Burden definitely is worthy of the question. But I think I'm going to go Pierce. But I think at the end of the day, I just put Hampton in. But Hampton, Pierce in that order, if the order helps you decide on two. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's try this. All right, my boy, you're live. What can I do for you?
Smitty!
What's up?
Just have a quick question. Are we going Terry McLaurin or Jacoby Myers this week?
I'm going McLaurin, but you're not crazy to waver on that one. But, I mean, McLaurin's look good. Whenever he goes out there, man, he's delivering. He has to stay healthy. But he stayed healthy. He went out there, stayed healthy. He didn't go out the first game. So, he scored a touchdown. They called it back, and he scored the same touchdown again. Did the same move. Did the same touchdown dance. I don't know why he keeps hanging up, but all right, yeah, that's the answer. King, appreciate you. King, 7-6. Who do I start? I have JD5, Brissett, Achane, Harvey, ETN, Sharps, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Michael Wilson, Devontae Smith, Myers, Terry, Evans. What are we doing here? Who do I start? I have JD5, Brissett, so JD5, Achane, Harvey. I mean, I don't know what your lineup is, bro. Amon-Ra and probably, I don't know, man. Amon-Ra and, I mean, Wilson's hard to start and sit because he's the only wide receiver they're going to focus on him, but he could get like 15 targets, but will he only catch 5 of them, you know? I'd probably say, for me, it's Amon-Ra, who you started already, Terry, then Devontae Smith, then Wilson in that order. And then I'd probably say, I'd probably say it's Achane, Harvey. And then if you get another player other than the 3 receivers, it'd be ETN. Now, could I start ETN over Terry or Devontae Smith? Maybe. I put Amon-Ra, Terry, ETN in. Final answer. If you can start 3 receivers, then put in Devontae Smith and ETN. Thank you for the super chat. Rock out.
Yeah, I need 2 flexes. I got Bam Knight, Mitchell, Higgins from Jaden Higgins, and then Mechie. I need 2.
I'd probably go. Bam's interesting.
Yeah, he's been good. But he's going against the Rams. But he's been like double digits the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, but he's only got 10 carries, 10 carries, 11 carries, and then, I mean, the receptions are nice. I'm going to go with 80 and Higgins. Final answer.
80 and Higgins.
Is it full PPR?
Yeah.
Yeah, then probably. Yep.
All right, cool.
Close call, though. All right, call back if you got another one. Later, bro. All right, we got this. Let's see here. So a couple of celebratory messages. I think we may have had one earlier. Let's see. This one is 26-month Bo Nix or Jacoby Brissett. I'm probably going Bo Nix. Chat vote Bo Nix or Brissett. I like Brissett, but bro, it's a tough matchup, and you got MHJ and Dortch both out. I don't know. That's a tough one, bro. I think I just go Bo. I mean, he's still top 10, you know, and he was until like last week. He was top 6, so I don't know. It's a close race for that top 6 to 10 anyway. So he's right there. He has one big week. He's back to 6 or 7 overall. But chat, vote on that one. I'm gonna go Bo. Close call, very close call. Full PPR start K9 or Hampton. I'm going Hampton. They're both split work. Give me the guy that I feel like is just gonna potentially maybe get nudged in the better direction. Full PPR start 2 Monungai, Mitchell, Burden, or Higgins. I'm gonna assume this is Jaden Higgins. You didn't specify, but Monty and probably I'd say Monty and 80. No, Monty and Burden. Final answer. 80 Mitchell's maybe safer. Burden's higher risk, higher reward. So if you want safety, go 80 Mitchell. If you want high risk, high reward, which I would probably pick, I'd probably go with Burden. Let me see here. We've got a phone caller on the line. We've got Fred. Fred, you're live.
What's up, Smitty?
What's up?
I got three start sits for you. Shakir or Worthy?
Worthy.
Not great options.
Worthy, I suppose. I take a swing.
Okay. And then Monungai or Genty?
Monungai. More guaranteed solid work.
Okay. That I'm leaning Genty, but I mean you said Monungai, so I'm wavering on that one a little bit.
Chat, vote on it. Monungai or Genty. Almost guarantee you the chat's going to say Monungai, but I might have swayed them by saying that, but I don't know. I think if someone's going to... The only reason why you're going to get an overwhelming Genty vote is because people have them, and they're like, nope, it's going to be Genty. You'll see. You know, real high-pitched voices, though. Genty's going to do it. I'm real confident. I mean, it's not his fault. But at some point, you got to make decisions, man. Monungai's getting work, and he looks great. He runs hard. They trust him at the goal line. He's the goal line guy. Like, all those are fantastic, bro. All right, what's your last one?
What are you expecting? Oh yeah, sorry. The last one's Waddle or Ibuka.
Waddle or Ibuka. I'm not giving up on Ibuka. I don't care if he has another 60 yards and 4 catches. I'm not even thinking about going away from him because he's going to break through the rookie wall. It happens. I mean, the person that sat Jamar Chase during his rookie year, breaking through his rookie wall, probably retired from fantasy football that very day when he had 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I was leaning the other way on all 3 of those. That's helpful.
Well,
that's all I
mean,
got.
Yeah, I mean, trust your gut, though. I mean,
yeah, I will.
I'm definitely leaning toward the riskier side in some of those, though. You know, like I could be a week late on it. I'm just telling you, trust your gut.
Will do. All right, thank you.
Yeah. Pick up Waller versus Cincinnati, Gadsden versus Dallas. Gadsden's gonna the moment we give up on Gadsden, he's gonna explode. We know it. Waller's probably safest right now. Have Warren, but his low ceiling and Danny's fibula. I'm not sitting Tyler Warren though, bro. Tyler Warren's the answer. I'm not starting anybody but Bowers and McBride, and you know, I'm not sitting. No, thank you, Tyler Warren all the way. You know, you can't think like that, man. Like, oh, Danny Dimes is going to go out there and throw. Like, he's got a fractured fibula, but like he's out there, throwing. It's not like he's gonna. You got to go with Tyler Warren, in my opinion, or at least I would. Is anybody sitting Tyler Warren for Waller or Gadsden? Especially Gadsden hasn't done anything, bro. Like, I love Gadsden. The moment we sit him, he's gonna blow up. We love him. He's a good prospect for the future. But like, you're talking about limited floor on Warren, trying to predict an unraveling there, and not a hard fought battle where they need to get this win. You're leaning on Gadsden. like who we love, again. I mean, come on, man. Warren's a stud. This is where you're getting cute and you're not starting your studs. Sharps or Woody. I'm gonna go Sharps for safety, I think. Maybe the same amount of upside too. Pitts or Juwan Johnson? Probably Juwan. I know Pitts did good last week, but I don't trust him. I don't trust Cousins. I don't trust that offense. Although, you know, with London out, you do expect Pitts to get the volume, but damn, man, I don't know. Let me look at Juwan again real quickly to see what he did last week. I kind of forget what his line was. Johnson. I know Pitts did relatively well. Juwan Johnson, 9 targets, man. Juwan Johnson, the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row. Listen to this. 7, 8, 4, 4, 7, 9. Those are his targets. I mean, he's had 2 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks. He hasn't done crazy good the last 2 weeks, but it's been very serviceable. 10 point. He's tight end 12, tight end 16, 10 points, 8.9 points. I mean, good outing. But the man has been pretty much on a tear all year long in the target category. I think Juwan's just a little bit safer. So Juwan's safer, Kyle Pitts higher risk, high reward if I had to quantify it for you. Appreciate you for dropping the super chat. Do you think Garrett Wilson is a good pickup rest of season? I don't know. We don't have any news on it. I think it's a good pickup, and especially if you can IR spot him. But yeah, I mean, I'd probably grab him in case he comes back in the final week or 2. You know, the news was expected to return this season. That's the last news we got 21 days ago. And Aaron Glenn said that he thinks Garrett Wilson will return this season. Wilson was placed on injured reserve earlier in the week. He did miss at least 3 more games. The earliest he can return is week 15. So, I mean, we might just hear next week that he's back. You know, and then once he's back, he goes right in the lineup. So I'd probably say, yeah, grab him or hold him. Week 15 was the projected return date. Not this week, but the next weekend. And if he doesn't come back that week, he probably does the final week of fantasy football in week 17. So, rock out.
You going DK, Marks, or Valet?
DK, Marks, or Valet? Probably DK, I guess. Just on the chance he scores. But Marks, the only reason I'm hesitant on Marks is because he's been banged up. But I do like Marks still a lot. I think when we sit Marks, he'll blow up. Just like Gadsden. We need to sit Marks and Gadsden for the good of the community. But I'd probably put DK in, personally.
All right. Cool.
All right, rock out. Appreciate you, bro. Working out that phone line.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right, later. Rock out playing ping pong on the phone line. Miami. I'd pick up Garrett Wilson. Yeah, definitely pick him up. You never know. You never know. I mean, there's a chance he doesn't play, but. All right, guys, I will be back for the midnight show. Appreciate all of you. Make sure you're subscribed to both the Rumble channel. Let me drop the link to Rumble. It's right there. Make sure you subscribe to the Dynasty channel. We'll be back for the midnight show, but I'll probably do a Dynasty show right after. So make sure you guys hit this link right here. I'm going to copy the Dynasty channel link right here, paste it in. That link is pinned in the live chat. The Rumble link I just dropped as well. Make sure you're subscribed to both of them. Let me check out my Rumblers over here. Guys, I'm 16 of you on Rumble right now, which is fantastic. XP, appreciate you. Caps is over here. Jimmy's over here. Sebastian's over here. Again, we will have a lot of Rumble exclusive content that you can't get anywhere else. Right now, I'm doing some multi-streaming to get awareness of the Rumble channel. But we have nearly 750 followers already on Rumble. It's fantastic. Thank you all to my Rumble people over here. And thank you all to my YouTube people. I'll see you all on the flip side. Midnight show. Don't be late tonight. we're probably gonna. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. We'll probably draft on the midnight show, and then Dynasty. We'll go live on the Dynasty channel and do some sort of awesome show. I don't know. I'll see you all at midnight Eastern. Thank you all for being here. Live Monday through Friday. Live whenever big news breaks. Live at midnight Eastern.